Hi, welcome to 86 days into the 365-day manifesting experiment. And I do feel an evolution of things, and I should do a recap for March. I'm into the application mode, like things are coming up, and um, I'm using inspired action, and I'm asking the universe whether or not I am on the right track. And it's giving me details. For example, I'm going to the UK and I am trying to find a vehicle. And I was giving up, feeling very frustrated. To me, it was going to be the answer because I need it to bring my dog. And having a car is going to be essential because otherwise I have to figure out how to put her on the trains and blah, 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 blah. It's going to be hard to get around. And so we're going to travel a lot. So, car, important. And I tried all these lease places and I tried like looking at rental places and they all had these great deals until you got into them and then they really were just gouging. So, not that I didn't get into an expensive rental anyway, but when I felt like I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have faith and just let go. The next day, thank goodness for what do you call the cookies or the you know how the our internet knows what we're looking for and sends us suggestions. It sent me a site in the UK that actually is like an Airbnb of cars. So I was able to split the difference between having a rental and buying a car and reselling it, which I may still do. Um, but now I have a secured car. It's expensive. So this is where the money talk comes in from money talk number 5. I think we're on money talk number 5, where part of my discussion was going to be about the fact that money shows up in a variety of ways. And sometimes it shows up all at once, and sometimes it shows up piecemeal, and you get it later instead of sooner. Because one of the stressors I'm having is that with this trip, I have to book a lot up front. So what I would normally spend in 6 months, I'm spending a lot in 1 month. So I have to clean out a couple of savings accounts type of thing to pay off my credit card. And it's a big chunk at once, and I'm like, oh my god. But on my internet one day, let me finish that thought. The suggestion I have, I did say that was for this place it's called Turo, Turo, and it's the Airbnb of cars. So I was able to find a car that I can get my hands on. I'll have to make the effort to go up and find it and get it, but it'll be all worth it because then I have it the whole time. I don't stress out, and so that makes it nice, even though it's expensive. But anyway, in the meantime, because of the expenses and stuff, the guy writes to me and says, because you're booking so far in advance and for so long, how about if I give you a little bit of a discount? So he gives me a little bit of a discount. And then Turo is offering an Easter $100 off. So it's another $100. So it's still expensive, but it's, $400 cheaper than it was going to be. And then I suspect, as part of the manifesting, the way my world has evolved over the years is I have been finding money where I don't expect to find money. And my behavior has changed around things as well. So I am suspecting that I am going to spend less on my trip while I'm there than I thought I would, because I'm going to find some things that make it cheaper to be. I'm going to either work out a lot, walk a lot, not go out to eat as much as I think I'm going to, find a pub that's cheap, find somebody who wants to pay all my pub bills. I mean, I don't know. But I really think I'm going to find some ways to save some money, which is going to cut into what I'm paying for the car above and beyond what I expected to pay. So I think it will get paid for. And so I think that that's kind of the things that I wanted to share about the money talks, about when you start to look for the money, it shows up. Like when trying to get Brinley on the cruise that we're going on, there was no kennels. Then all of a sudden, poof, there was a kennel. Okay. So we're going, and I'm asking the universe, do you want me to go? I mean, when I couldn't find a car, I'm like, do you want me to go? And then poof, there's the site for the rental cars. And then um, just I just feel like things are going right, and I'm gonna put some budget money. I told you the other day, check your budget, check how much money you're spending. I am now going to go through this week and see exactly how much money I've spent so far this year, so that I watch what my budget looks like. I think I'm going to be right on. We'll see. But I think more money is going to find its way to me as well. I mean, let's face it, I might get a client or two. I might do something that makes some money for myself. I don't know. I don't know what it is yet. I'm being open to it, because otherwise my scarcity would be like, ah. But instead, I'm like, stop. I have enough. I'll be fine. And like I said, watch for that stuff. It really does show up. You don't know where or how. You might get a discount. Somebody might, every time you go to a restaurant or a bar, somebody might not charge you on purpose for a drink or for the appetizer, or somebody will throw something in, or somebody you're with will say, let me get that. Or you'll find all kinds of ways that you don't only just get money that comes in the mail. You don't just get like some windfall some other way that you didn't anticipate, which does happen. You also will get savings, and something gets given to you that you were going to go buy, now you don't have to. You will find, and honestly, when you give, like, they talk about tithing. I'm not a tither, but I have learned, when I'm really heartfelt motivated to do it, like when I'm not thinking about anything but benevolence, and I donate or I give money to something or I give someone something, and I haven't thought about it in terms of what will this bring me, because that's back ass word. I end up with, down the road, I'll look back and be like, oh my God, I got that back tenfold. So I believe in that, and I want you to believe in that, because I think it's very important to notice those things. That was just a couple examples of things that come back to me fairly quickly in the last few days. But there'll be more. There'll be more. So that was Money Talk number 5. Watch how the universe delivers. And that's why I said it's important to track your spending, so you know exactly what you're spending, what you need, and what's coming in, and where do you want to carve out, where do you want to save. You'll find something that you're like, oh my gosh, I've been paying for that all this time. You'll just get rid of it. It'll be like 30-40 bucks a month that you don't have to pay. Over the year, that's 400 and whatever, 500 bucks, right? So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So let's pay attention to that. Okay? Okay. Good night.